Hey everybody, sorry I'm a little late. I was having some issues logging in today. So yeah, does anybody have any questions to start us off uh, with anything that you are facing currently? Hey Miro, yeah, go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so we have been having an on and off issue since we went to version 8. Um, so I would like a little bit of guidance as to how I need to set up logging and debugging before I report the issue. So what we're having happen is, and we're hosted at Decisions, it's kind of slowing down. And when you go to connect steps, so if you had um, off of each step, there's a done arrow that you need to connect to the next step. As you connect it, it will duplicate itself. So if you connect it, it'll make another done, and then you'll think, well, it didn't make a connection. So you connect it again, and then you have three, and then you have four, so on and so forth. And it doesn't do it all the time. And the only way I found to make it reset itself is to log myself out, attempt to save it, log myself out, and get back in. May or may not have saved the last thing I did. I don't really understand a pattern, but I would like a little bit of guidance as to how support would need our logging setup in order to be able to assist us the next time this happens.
Okay, so this issue that you're describing, you're in a flow editor and you're having issues dragging steps out or mapping steps, correct? And you're trying to map it and it's just not doing anything,
Correct.
it's getting stuck.
Yes.
So I think this one in particular, this would be more so, I believe, something that we would want to have a HAR file for, so a network log. If you haven't done one of these before, what you would do, give me just a second, I can show you.
Okay. And I like to remind again that this is hosted at Decisions. So is that something I can do, or is that
Uh,
something I need
so
to
yeah,
have
this is something that's going to be
done?
logging the browser side. Since this sounds like it's
Okay.
a UI issue, so it's going to be directly related to our JavaScript code that's executing in your browser. So yeah, give me just a second. I can show
Okay.
you how to do this.
It is not by any chance a browser hard reset, is it? Because we've already tried that. It doesn't work.
So it's not a browser hard reset. So what you would do is you can
Okay.
just do it on any page. You would want to, we'd log into decisions, go to edit a flow. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I would go into a flow to edit it, similarly to the way that you would be doing. And so once you start seeing this issue, you just go to more tools, developer tools, and then you'd get this. And then so what you want to do from here
Okay.
is you want to go to the network log, and then you can
Okay.
click in here, do whatever after you start this next uh, or after you start up the network log here. And so we should be seeing some sort of issues in here, um, you know, bad responses or something along those lines. And then you would just hit this download button, and then this would download a HAR network file or network trace. Something else that we'd like to see too is when this is happening, we want to look at this console log to see if we're getting any errors in this section. And for this part, you can just do a
Okay.
screenshot of this. With any ones that are red here, it should give you the option to expand them as well. And so, yeah, we would just want, screenshot of any errors that appear in the console log and then a HAR file from the network log. And then this
Okay.
HAR file would essentially just
I
give us,
can
this with all of our other info here.
okay, I can do that the next time the issue happens and then put in a support ticket.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, this should point us
Okay.
in the right direction. I'm pretty sure. So this is a good step forward here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, sure thing. Yeah, do we have any other questions? All right, give me just a second. I'm gonna see if if there are any updates for you guys here on anything going on with our product. Uh, Give me just a moment. Okay, it looks like we have a couple things that were mentioned last week as well, but just in case you guys missed it, is everybody able to see my screen? Great. So yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, these will be led by Brandon Roberts, who's one of our support managers, and then Jared from our training team, and then also Thad, who is another member of our support team. In case you missed it, these are the dates for our end of life support for some of our older versions of decisions. In case you guys are still using one of these, it might be time to start planning an update. And on top of this, you'll get a lot of new features and better performance out of our newer versions. Yep, and our next product roadmap is on August 24th. This actually looks like it's an old slide, so apologies there. Yep, and this looks like it is it for the updates for today. Does anybody have any questions about these or any other questions about using our product, any curiosities, anything that you have questions about? I'm happy to help out. Okay, apologies there. It looks like I'm going to share this again. So yeah, for our next product roadmap, this is actually going to be on September 7th. It looks like we have it every other Thursday from 11 to 12 p.m. And this would be, discussing our platform. And so if you guys have any feedback, anything of that sort, we'd be very happy if you join. All right. Well, if nobody has any other questions, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And please join us again for Lunch and Learns if you have any questions come up. All right. Bye, everybody.